So I had a really good time at this event and I learned a lot of stuff, which is really important. And it's making me like reflect back on times I've also learned many important life lessons. Story time. So about a year ago, I studied abroad in Italy for automotive supply chain during my MBA. It was short, fast, and efficient, and I learned a lot. At one of the suppliers we were touring and like doing some work with, there was this guy from Michigan who grew up like 5 minutes from me. And mind you, he was a lot older. And I was like, what are you doing in Italy? Like living here? You're the most American person ever. And he said, oh, well, I literally met my wife in America and then we moved back here and like my kids are like bilingual and blah, blah, blah. And then he learned Italian. And I said, okay, Slay King, like, give me tips. Like, I want to live internationally. I want to travel more for work. Like, whatever, right? I'm open to anything. And he even said straight up to me, even though I was working at a global company at the time, the best way to get somewhere you want to be is to get in bed with someone who's already from the area you want to move to. And I said, he was blunt and direct, and I really appreciated that. But he even said, as a man, it's difficult. As a woman, it can be even harder to be an expat, right? And the lesson I took from that is surround yourself in circles with people you want to be with and people you want to be around, including the areas they may be in. There's plenty of people who live in Michigan, but their like base or homeland is like Utah or like France. I went on a couple dates with a guy who is originally literally from the Utah area. His business is run out of there, but a lot of his stuff is satellite in Detroit, so he's here like 2 weeks out of the month. And it can vary. He's also out of country like all the time, right? And I've met plenty of women who have a great full-time position in Michigan, like fully in person, but their husband might do business in California. And like you can totally make it work. You just have to be on the same like mindset level, etc. And today at this conference, event, whatever you want to call it, user group, I met a lot of people doing the same thing. But I remember like over a year ago being in Italy with that guy and just thinking like, this is impossible. But then over time, I've met more people who've done that. I know someone who literally is married with 2 kids who used to be in Germany 2 weeks out of the month and would fly back and forth. And they just had a partner that was okay with it because they worked in a similar field or they traveled a lot too. There's a woman I know who has a husband who works a lot with China and he's gone a lot. Really, anyone working with the APAC region is gonna have that. I know a guy, even today we were together at the same conference. He's constantly in Singapore. But you just have to make it work. TLDR, something that seemed impossible to me in the past is now very much present and possible. And that's motivational.